now starting to look at the doing this headlight. Thought what I'd like to do, I've got a lot of these white 12 volt LEDs, which I thought would make good warning lights for these. So, I mean, obviously that's a bit of a big fit in there, but I've got these little LED holders. They're like little panel. You drill a hole and you set them into a panel. Little panel clips. So what I was thinking is these actually are quite a good fit in there. So I thought what I'd do is araldite them in. But I don't know if you can see that, but there's little grooves down the side. That's just a clip, just to hold it in. Bit of a friction fit. So what I've tried with that one, I've just got a little bit of heat shrink. Put it over there. So now the araldite can't get in. So I should be able to glue that in place. So I'll do that with those three. And yeah, I can use LEDs from a warning lights then. Yeah, hopefully that'll work okay. Right, so I'll prep the other ones of these and get them glued in. And I'm going to start fitting the wire headlight brackets. I've already fitted the rubber grommet in there, like that, and also the rubber bush which goes in the top here, which is, well, it's a pair of bushes, a pair of top hat bushes like that, and a little metal sleeve. So that just sits in there. That's for that side, that one. Did have to use a little bit of red rubber grease just to persuade that in. Get that in there. Right, so I've already got this pinched up here. So first thing we want on there is a washer. Like that. It's a 3/8 diameter, internal diameter, and I think it's about an inch wide. So that can then go on like so. Then we have another washer which has got a 1/2 inch hole to take the sleeve nut. That goes on there. That goes on there. So that gets tightened up. So that'll hold the bottom in place. And on the top here, I have only got one of these dome nuts. I've got a couple on order. This is an old one, just to show you, but I can replace. I'll just use a normal nut on the other side when I do that one, and just replace it when I get the new one through. So there's another little 1/4 inch diameter washer on the top, and a little domed nut like that, and that just gets tightened up. And yeah, that's one side done. So I'll do the other side and then fit the headlight. That's both of those brackets fitted. So headlight can go in there now, and to hold that in place there are a couple of each side, a couple of these little shaped washers, which I assume go that way, like that. Yeah, so probably going to be a challenge to do this. Hold that, get the bolt through, hold the headlight all at the same time. But yeah, we'll give it a go. So I think we'll do one side at a time. Might be the best idea. And immediately put push that out of the way. Need to do with an extra pair of hands, really. Right, I can get this started. Just to hold it in place. I'll slip the other side in. Right. Yeah, who's put that on upside down? What an idiot. Start again. Well, that was a practice run anyway. Right, let's have another go. Just get this the right way round, start with. Long bolts. Not sure they need to be that long, really. Right, so we'll tighten those up. And the sort of thing which is in my mind is whether there should be another, just a flat washer under there, between these sort of clamps and the head of the nut, head of the bolt. But I can't see anything in the parts book, so we'll assume that's how they go. Always put some in at a later date if I happen to find out otherwise. So if you do know if there should be a washer under here, just put that in the comments and we'll correct that. Right, so now once I've tightened those up, I can get my wires in and complete all the wiring inside the headlight. Okay, so I've got most of the wiring sorted out for this headlight and the wires that go through it. So let's see, starting with the brown, which comes up from the ignition switch, comes round here up into this switch at the top, on off switch, so it's lights on off, comes out of there on this green into this four-way connector. This green wire here runs right back to the tail light and also tees into the this blue pink, which goes up to the dip switch. and that returns on white blue for the main and red blue for the dip. This one has got a multi connector on it as well, because there will be a light to a LED to go in there, but I have just got to connect these ends with the bullet connectors on. I've just got to connect those to there, except I've run out of the really thin heat shrink, so that will have to wait until I get that through. Yeah, so this is the headlight unit. So we've got the blue white, blue red, and black, which will be the live. So that black will go into there with these two reds. One of these reds come up from the battery, which is on the frame as well, and this other thin red here just goes up for the handlebars, just to earth those, the positive earth, and this black one here is just on the shell. So that's just got to go in there. Then we connect everything up, put everything together. The only other thing is, which unfortunately this has got a pilot, which I won't really be using. The only thing I could do is possibly go in there with that, so the pilot lamp will be on whenever the lights are on. What else have we got in here? Oh, the horn. So this just goes down to the horn. The other, yeah, this one goes down to the horn. This other one just goes up to the horn button on the handlebars. Oh yes, and the this LED here is for the oil pressure switch. You've got this, the red side, or the positive side of the LED is going down to the switch through positive earth, and this one just goes back to the negative feed at the battery, or on the ignition switch. Yeah, that's just about everything. Once I get those in, just got to push in the other LED in there. Once those wires are connected, they can be connected. I can connect all the other things and put that on. So that's pretty much there, really. Obviously that center one, I'm not using that. That would be for indicators. Indicate warning lamp, so no indicators on here, so won't be using that. Yeah, so he's coming on rather nicely, and if you're wondering how I do these little bullets connectors on here, I just have a block of wood. I probably have shown this before in other videos. Pop the bullet connector in there, heat this up with a soldering iron, feed in some, and take the soldering iron away when it's hot enough, feed in some solder, press in the wire at the bad end of the wire, like that, and just wait for it to cool down. Job done. Simple as that. Yeah, so it is coming along. I think possibly next thing is going to be carbs, throttle cable, throttle. I've got the throttle now, got the cable, just waiting for the choke or the air slide lever and the air slide cable. I'll get those on, get the downpipes on, and I think we might even go for a little start up then. Yeah, that might be quite interesting. Yeah, so it's all coming along nicely.